Hello everyone, my name is SlackLizard and welcome back to a Minecraft Bedrock Edition tutorial. In today's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how you can make an iron farm that incorporates in a zombie spawner to allow you to get discounted rates from your villager trades for little to no effort at all. I mean, look at that. We got an efficiency 5 book there for 11 emeralds. We can get a feather falling book there for 10 emeralds in one book. This is a very nice and what I would call a cheaty iron farm. That being that, let's get a materials list and let's get straight into the tutorial, shall we? The key thing that you're going to need for this farm, though, is a spawner. So once you find yourself a zombie spawner, it has to be a zombie spawner. Dig out 11 blocks in every direction, north, south, east, west. Dig out 10 blocks above and dig out at least 6 or 7 below. So now after you have your spawner all dug out, it's time to begin here. So we are going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks beneath our spawner here, and we are going to dig out a 5x5 area. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, like so. Now, of course, the middle of the spawner all the way down is going to signify where our center is. So now we're going to fill this in with building blocks of our own choice. I'm using iron blocks here. You can use whatever you want. Now, once you have that done, you're going to need to put in a chest for collection. So we're going to knock out 2 blocks on this side over here. We are going to grab ourselves a double chest, and we're going to put a double chest right here. Now we're going to come back through here and we're going to take out these 5 blocks on the end here, and we're going to put a hopper going into that chest. We're going to put a hopper going into that side of that chest, and then 1, 2, 3 additional hoppers this way. That way, when our mine cart is running over these, it has somewhere to put its drops. Now, once we've got all that in, let's go ahead and grab a building block of choice and put right there. We're going to throw a lever on it and we're going to flip that on. That way, when we put down our powered rails right through here, as you can see, they are now all powered. From here, we're going to go ahead and grab a normal rail. We're going to go up 2. We're going to put a powered rail in there, and then we're going to go ahead and wrap back around here with normal rails, powered rail in the middle, and so on all the way up through here. Don't forget none of your powered rails here, powered rail, and then normal and powered rail right there. And of course, at this end over here, we're going to go ahead and put in another building block right here, and we're going to go ahead and flip that on as well. Now, right here in the middle, where we put all these powered rails in the middle, we're going to go ahead and come down here underneath of all of these, and we're going to grab our levers, and we're going to put a lever on each of these, and we're going to flip them on. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And when we come back up here to the top, all of those are now powered and in place. Now we're just going to go ahead and cover the rest of that up, and that is good to go. At this point, we're going to go ahead and grab our hopper minecart. We're going to put our hopper minecart in place and let it start bouncing back and forth. And now we have our collection system in place for this farm. At this point, let's go ahead and grab our magma blocks, and we're going to go ahead and cover all of this up with 1 5x5 layer of magma. And now, as you can see there, we have a 5x5 of magma, and we have our collection system underneath of that. From here, we're going to go to our outmost corners on each side, and we're going to pillar up 6 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Come over here to this corner here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Use whatever building blocks you want. As I said, we are using iron. You can feel free to use whatever you want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And of course, on this one, the exact same at the corner, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we're going to go ahead and fill all of this in directly across from one corner to the other. And now once all of that is in place, you can go ahead and remove your tinted glass or building blocks of choice that you used in the middle there. Get all those taken out of there. And from here, we're going to grab tinted glass, and we're going to put tinted glass all along the front here. Now, disclaimer. You can use solid blocks here, or you can use tinted glass. I use tinted glass because I want to see inside of the farm. No, you cannot use normal glass in this situation because that is still a spawner right there, and it needs pure darkness in order to work. So either solid blocks or tinted glass. That's your only choices here. And we're going to go ahead and fill in all of this around here, so that if anything were to spawn in there, it has nowhere to go and it has a place to die on, aka the magma. And now once you get that completed, you should have a 5x5 layer of magma surrounded in tinted glass with a collection system underneath where if anything ends up in there, it will end up inside of this chest. Of course, you can take this storage and extend it and make it as large as you want. Now we need to get back on top of this area up here. And now that we're back up here, we're going to build out our spawning platform for our golems and for our zombies that will spawn out of this spawner. So we are now 1 block below the spawner, as you can see here, and we've got our 5x5 in the center here. What we're going to do is we're going to start on a corner block or whatever, and we're going to go out 8 blocks in total. So this block here is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. You can use whatever building block you want. We are, of course, using iron. And of course, we're going to do this on this side too. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And we're going to do this all the way around here until we get all this filled in. And now that we have all of these in, we're going to go ahead and fill everything in. Now that we got all that in here, we need to take and put us an extra layer of blocks all the way around the outside. This is going to hold in our water when we put our water in here later on. And additionally, we're going to put a block in each of the corners. That will come in useful later, not right now, but we're going to go ahead and put one in each of the corners. And let's go ahead and spawn proof the outer ring of this. You can spawn proof this however you want to. You can use slabs, you can use buttons, you can use pressure plates. I'm just using iron trap doors because, well, we're iron rich on here and just because I want to. So now at this point, we're going to go ahead and knock out that torch off top of our spawner here, place in a couple temporary blocks, and we're going to pillar up 2 blocks above our spawner here. And we're going to go ahead and fill in a nice 5x5 platform directly above our spawner here. Just like so. Now this middle block above the spawner, we're going to put an additional block there, and we're going to put our first bed facing against that block there. Then we're going to go ahead and grab another bed, put one on that side, one there, put it on that side, and one there, put it on that side. So we now got 4 beds in place. We need to go ahead and get all of our beds in place here. So we're going to go ahead and grab a couple more. We're going to put them right there. These 2 we're going to put right here. Get all of these in. Now we have 10 of our beds in, 11, 12 of our beds in. We need to go ahead and add the rest of our beds in here. So we're going to go ahead and build out this platform a little bit more on each side. We're going to go ahead and take this out 2 more blocks on this side. And we're going to go ahead and take it out 2 more blocks on this side. And now we're going to grab our remaining beds. We're going to put 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then we're going to come over here on the other side. We're going to put 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and we're going to go ahead and build up another layer of tinted glass right above all of our beds. Now, once we have all of our tinted glass in above our beds here, we're going to go ahead and knock out all this tinted glass or temporary blocks, whatever you used underneath of here that our beds were placed on. So now our beds will be floating in the air afterwards. Now, just for keeping my own sanity here, I'm going to put a torch in this very center spot. And now we're going to fill in the rest of this platform all the way over to our edges with tinted glass. Now, no, you do not have to use tinted glass in this situation. You can use solid blocks if you so choose, but you need to make them unspawnable for golems. So you're going to have to either put slabs on them, you're going to have to either put string on them, trap doors, or whatever. The reason I like to use tinted glass in this is because 1, you can see the farm, you can see what's going on underneath of it, and 2, it will not let any light down because once again, this is a spawner, people. If you try to use leaves here and you put a torch up here, you're going to light up the spawner and then it's not going to spawn any zombies, and then you're going to be in the comment section saying that it doesn't work because you have lit up the area. That's the answer to the question. So I would just recommend using tinted glass. Just cover all of this in tinted glass now. Now, once we've got all this covered up, we know where our center point is because we placed a torch here a while ago. We're going to start building our villager pod modules, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to come out 1, 2, 3 blocks like so. We're going to place in our first workstation like so, and then we're going to put 2 on each side of that. For this, we're using librarians because we need glass. Use whatever villagers you want. If you want to use Fletchers, use Fletchers. If you want to use toolsmiths, use toolsmiths. Whatever you want, you just need 20 workstations to go with the 20 beds. So we came out 3 blocks. We placed those in on this side. Now we're going to do the same thing. 1, 2, 3 over here. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3 workstations there. 4 and 5. Once you've got those 2 sides in there, we're going to go ahead and do this on this side. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 workstations there. 4 and 5 over there. And guess what, people? 1, 2, 3 over here. 1, 2, 3 like that, and like that. So at this point, we're going to go ahead and take and pick up all of our temporary blocks that we placed down here, which I'm using glass because we've already got tinted glass as the floor. And using a different block here helps me show you the difference. So from here, we're going to go ahead and pillar up 1, 2, 3, and we're going to fill in this whole corner with a 3 by 3 over here. We're going to do the same over here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. On this side as well. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to do the same thing over here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Just like that. Now we're going to come across the top here. We're going to place 5 blocks across that on each side. And now at this point, let's go ahead and grab our trapdoors. We're going to put a trapdoor at the front of every one of these. This is going to prevent our babies from escaping here in just a little bit. Plus, nothing else can get through there too. Like if by some chance a baby zombie ended up here, somehow it wouldn't get through. So we'll place in all of these like that. And then we're going to go ahead and put in our villager separators. We're going to put one like this all the way along each of these. So now we have 5 individual modules there. Oop, that one doesn't need to be there at the very edge. And we'll put these in here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Come on, 4. Sometimes you have to jump and right click to get that one in there at the same time. And then we'll do that on this side as well. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So boom, 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 boom. Same over here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we'll go ahead and open all of those up. So now we have all of our villager modules in place. Now we just need to get ourselves a couple villagers. Now you can either bring them from a breeder or another villager somewhere else, or you can use this zombie spawner that is directly underneath of us. And that's what we're going to be opting to use to get our villagers. So we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves a couple of boats here because we're going to opt to get our zombie villagers from down below. So we're going to place a boat right there. We're going to push it over here to the side, and we're going to go ahead and knock all this glass out in the corner here so that the zombie has a way to pathfind up here in just a moment. And we need to get our zombies. Now for this, we're going to temporarily grab some tinted glass, and we're going to put that all down across here. We're going to punch out these torches all the way around here. And then we're going to hunt zombie villagers. You are not what I need. This could take a minute. So now, once you finally get your zombie villagers, let's go ahead and deal with this guy here. A little bit of a pro tip here is I would go ahead and throw back down some torches. That way you deactivate the spawner, so that you don't get any other zombies spawning while you're trying to deal with the ones that you actually want. Now, I need you two to separate away from your distant cousin over here that you all are not happy with. So let's just take him out of the equation. Whoop! And let's get us out of the equation. Now, can I get both of you all to follow me over here? And then we can go up and I can introduce you all to the boat. And you can go on a little boat ride. Ow. Ow, stop hitting me. Stop hitting me. Come on. Come in here. Come on. Right in here. Step right up. There's a boat there for you and a boat there for you. Good. Now that you have these guys in here, let's go ahead and get back out of here real quick. And we need to get ourselves a splash potion of weakness into golden apples. Now, we have down here somewhere our brewing stand. So let's go ahead and put down our brewing stand. We need to grab ourselves a few bottles of water real quick and clean out our inventory from all of that mess. So let's go ahead and grab our brewing stand here. Let's throw our 3 water bottles in here. Let's throw our blaze powder in there to fuel this thing up. And according to this diagram here, to make a potion of weakness, we need a fermented spider eye. So we'll throw that in there. And then to make it a splash potion, we're going to need a gunpowder as well. So we'll wait for this to go through. Then we'll add the gunpowder in and we'll have our potions of weakness. And there's the potions of weakness. Now let's make them a splash potion so that we can throw them at the zombies. And there now is our splash potion of weakness. We are going to grab one of them, and we're also going to go ahead and craft ourselves up a couple of golden apples, which we're going to place our apples in there. We're going to surround them with gold. And of course, my pack is going to say it's cheeseburgers because, well, it's a special pack. And if you're looking for a pack and looking for one that includes this right here, you should join the Discord because that's where you're going to get it at. So now let's head back up here. Hit these guys with the splash potion here. So here, you all have that. Then we'll give one of them an apple, and we'll give the other one an apple. As you can see, they're both sitting there twitching and shaking it off now, and they will be turning to villagers here very, very soon. And while we're waiting for these guys to convert over, we're going to go ahead and fill back in our corners here. And we're also going to make ourselves a temporary staircase out of glass so that we can get up here and get into this area once they convert over, because we need to get them out of the boats. And just like that, we have 2 villagers in place now. So we're going to go ahead and break our boat here, which these guys are now free. We're going to go ahead and give them some food because they have everything that they need to make a village. They have beds and they have workstations. As you can see, they now have converted over to librarians. Now that they have food, they should start breeding and producing babies. They should have enough to go ahead and breed up a 20's worth. So we're going to go ahead and break this glass back out here. And we're going to let them do their thing until they get a full 20 villagers. Now, we're going to go back down here because I want to point out a couple of other things that you needed to do here. You need to go ahead and grab tinted blocks, tinted glass, and put on these blocks directly above the spawner. And at this point, we're almost done. We're just on a little bit of a waiting game now. So we're going to wait for these guys to breed up and grow up, and then we'll be right back. And with a little bit of AFKing, we now have ourselves 20 villagers all grown up. Now, at this point in time, it is still night. You can't really tell by looking up through that trap door up there, but it is still nighttime here. But what we're going to do is we're going to sit here and wait. And 2 times a day, these guys all run to their workstations like they might be trying to do right now. Nope. You'll know it when they do. And then at that point, we're going to try to pin all of them in at their workstations. This may take a couple of attempts. You may not get this on the first try, but just keep going and you will get them all pinned in eventually. And as you can see, there they all go. They're trying to work to their workstations. Now, because there's so many villagers in so many different spots, we're probably not going to get them all at once. But what we can do is anybody that we do see that's in there, we're going to nudge them forward and into their workstation, and then we're going to block them in. Like that one seems to be in theirs. That one seems to be in theirs. Why can we not place you there? You bump forward, please. Thank you very much. So we managed to get a few trapped in this time. You just need to keep rinsing and repeating this cycle every time you catch the villagers going to their workstations, which can sometimes take a little while. And come on, my dude. Last guy in here, just a little bit of finagling and a little bit of time. All of these guys are now locked into their proper workstations. I would recommend you do this out of glass, aka a nice unspawnable block and a block that you're not going to accidentally open up like a trapdoor or something like that. Now, if we come around here to the front, all these guys are locked in and they have their normal trades at this point. We haven't got any reduced trades yet because we have not activated the spawner, nor have we filled in the water tray, which is what we need to do next. Now, in order to get all this the rest of the way active, we're going to go ahead and come in here and we're going to break out all these tinted glass blocks that we placed underneath our spawner earlier so that we could get zombies to spawn. And we're going to now place in our water. Now, we're going to be placing water sources. I'm going to use this as a demonstrational purpose here. We're going to put a water source there, and all the way across through here up to this spot here. We will not put one here, and then we will put another one there. And we're going to do this on all sides of this farm. And the little trick here with water sources, if we place one there, and then we place one there, we can grab out of that middle one there because it has become a full water source. And we can just walk this water all the way around. Remembering not to put one there. You can put one there. You can put one there, just not in that one spot. And after placing in all of our water, this farm is operational. As long as we are within range of this thing, mobs will spawn, end up going down here. They will actually help kill the golems quicker. Golems will end up down there. Zombies will end up down there. And when you get zombie villagers spawning down here and dying, it will provide a discount rate for your villagers up top. And as you can see, we've now got some zombies down there burnificating, or rather dying on the magma. And we've already had one zombie villager go through, and take a look at this. One zombie villager died. This book here, Power 5, is now only costing 1 emerald. 6 paper for 1 emerald. We go over here to the next one. It's down to 9 for a Curse of Vanishing book, which I'm sure everybody wants. But the beautiful thing is, the more zombie villagers end up down there dying, the cheaper these guys will get, till all of these will be down to more or less just 1 emerald each, which is absolutely insane. So now it's just a process of going around for us and picking what we want to lock these guys into and getting them leveled up. But that being that, I think that's where we're going to call this one a tutorial. If you've enjoyed it, make sure to drop a like. If you'd like to see more, please consider subscribing. And if you want to keep up to date on streams, videos, and tutorials, join the Discord. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.